Hi guys, welcome back to ARIKE'S Arena and welcome to another episode of Breathe. My name is Heyyyy Arenians and I'm your host for this season, and subsequent seasons. So for those who are new to the channel, Breathe is intended to be a very relatable show where our guests come to share their experiences, share their stories with the hope of inspiring somebody out there to know that whatever it is you're going through, you're not alone. You know, somebody has been there before and they've gotten through it, which means you can as well. So yes, welcome to Breathe. If you're new to the channel, please be sure to like, subscribe, share, tell somebody about the Arenian family, do all the usual. And for my Arenians that have been with me throughout this growth journey, I love you guys. Like, I love you for loving me. Anywho, without further ado, let's get to the show. Hi Arenians, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another episode of Breathe. This is going to be our finale, so I am very excited about it. And with me here is one of the big guns in our school. Like, I am very humbled to have him on this channel. Sir, this is your first appearance.
Yes, I'm excited to be here.
Sir, the excitement is mine, because...
Are you that sure?
Yes, sir. I'm really glad that you honored our invitation and came through. So because we've gotten to talk and you've told me a bit of your story, I just realized that it was something that, people, especially the youngins, could learn from, because we all get through these phases in our lives where it looks like, things just got all messed up at the same time and you're not sure how to get back up from it. So before we get into the topic, I'd like you to introduce yourself. Let's get to know you a little so that we can relate to your story.
Okay. My name is Buluge Olakundulu Atosin. I'm the coach of the University of Medical Sciences. And I'm a physical educator, fitness trainer. I have a unisex salon.
God I beg you. God I beg.
A unisex salon and a laundry and several other businesses.
Sir, you do a lot too. You motivate me, honestly.
It has been God all the way anyway.
Okay, so you're one of the few people that we picked your topic for because, like I said, you've told me a bit of your story, right? We wanted the topic to be very relatable, for it to be things that our guests speak on from the place of experience, right? I would want to start from, I want you to tell us your story. This is not like all the other guests that we've had. I want them to hear what I heard from you, so that from there we can start to pick all the things that I want Arenians to learn from.
Okay. Way back in school, what I actually had passion for, what I loved doing most is playing football. So in my course of growing up, I played Nigeria Premier League. I was with Rising Stars when the team was in Nigeria Premier League. We relegated to pro. I was still there. So when I was in school, I played for my school, and played in some leagues too. So in school, I traveled to Kuwait to play football. You understand? I went and did some trials with Kasma and several other teams. And I came back to finish my education, and after school, after service year, I went to Dubai to play. Wow. So it was in Dubai. I was in Ras Al-Khaimah, in one of the states in Dubai.
So I'm going to pretend I know where that is, but let's keep going.
So it was in that team that I had an injury. I tore my medial collateral ligament. So I couldn't play again even after surgery. So that was a graduate then, but I was from just up there. I came to having nothing because I spent money on the surgery and everything. The country did not spend anything. So all the money I made there, I spent it again. So I came back to just zero.
Wow. That's a really touching story, and I'm sorry. I mean, it's been a long time, but I'm sorry you had to go through all of that. Now, here is the surprise. I mean, how long ago was this? How many years ago was this?
It happens 2014.
2014. That's about 8 years ago.
Yeah.
Yes, and this is you now.
Yeah.
CEO of multiple business. I mean, when you were reading out the things that you're doing, I'm like, God, when now? When me say go? So how did you go from that to this? How did you get over what happened? How did you rediscover yourself? Knowing that the one thing you had passion for was something you couldn't get back to. How did you rediscover yourself and you came to this?
Yeah, what I had passion for was football. So, and I graduated as a physical and health educator. And I did physical and health education, so it's related. We're still in sport. So I just say, okay, since I can't play football again, if you can't play football again, you can become a coach. You can train people, you can inspire people. I start with working inside the gym in ADME. So where I have several clients. And when I started, I wasn't collecting money. I was just doing it for people for free. So when people started seeing the results, they wanted to pay. So I had to bring up, okay, if you are training with me for a month, you pay 5,000 naira. While I try to humble myself, not minding that I'm having a degree or thereabout. I try to tell people I have a laundry, which I learned from one of my uncle in Akure. So because I am a little bit popular in town, so people want to patronize me. So people bring their fabrics and people still patronize me in the gym. So I was moving gradually, you understand? And I was disciplined because I know no one climbs a tree from the top. You don't climb a tree from the top. You start from somewhere. You understand? So as a youth, I think we just have to start from somewhere. And that was where I started from. So I started training some boys, and even the boys that I was training would bring their clothes for me to wash, which I don't mind. And at this time, I wasn't even having a washing machine. I wash with my hand.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
You understand? I was training them, meaning I am their boss. But yet I wash for them.
Wow.
But I just
You're so humble that it didn't matter to you.
You just have to do this thing so that you keep moving. You understand? So subsequently, now when the breakthrough came was during coronavirus. So people were having problem with getting money and all the like. So and I see that people are doing POS business all about. Then I was having a car. I was having this Corolla 2002 model. So I got the POS machine and I sold the car.
Wow.
To invest in the business.
Wow.
So I was having about 500,000, so I was using it. I was sitting in the POS spot myself. I was doing laundry inside the shop I got.
Wow. This was like how many years ago?
2019.
Wow.
Yeah. I wasn't having a job. I wasn't having a government job, so to say. And God brought a helper anyway. I can't say my story without bringing him into what I'm saying. And he's the Reverend Father of not even my church. He's the Reverend Father of a Catholic church. Reverend Father Shaba Matthew.
Oh, I know him. That's
so he said if I could sell my car to boost a business. So he actually gave her a very huge amount of money to support me.
Wow.
Which I'm not going to come out with
Of course, yeah.
So I started business. I was dedicated. I was disciplined. You understand? There's this saying that you don't pursue public image at the expense of personal damage. I'm not out to impress anybody. You understand? I don't want you to be impressed by what I am using, what I want to wear today. No, I just manage whatever I'm having at a time. There are some songs that inspires me, things that I listen to that inspires me. And I'm going to sing one of them anyway. So I was moving. The sales were good because now you go everywhere, you see POS stands. But then it was not that much. Yeah. You understand? Then when NSAS now came, people were not even having confidence to come outside. So I discovered that at that time I was making about a 15,000 naira every day.
Wow.
Yes, in the business then. Because people are having restrictions to make money. So I was going through several risks to get the money. So I get little money. I even had to ration the money for you. You understand, at that time. So God was just bringing those knowledge and I was making it one step at a time. So
sorry, Dr. Please, can I get a pen? Because there are a lot of things I feel like I want to note down so we can get back to. Thank you. All right, so. Okay,
so before I got the job in Unimed, I was doing it for free for about 3 years. You understand? I took the team to Ondo State higher institution games called Oshiga. And I was not employed then, but I was doing it. I don't know, they said the right for money and the money is not out. The guys are supposed to feed. So I had to drop my money. So it was thereafter that I was reimbursed with the money.
The thing is, from your story so far, I mean, seeing the progress from after all of this happened, how you started, coming up with businesses on your own and everything, 3 things have stood out in the story that you've told. First is humility. The fact that throughout your growing process, you didn't think that at any point that, oh, you're bigger than this. I mean, when you said that the people you were coaching were still bringing clothes to you, and because you were into the laundry business, you didn't mind washing for them. There's also the part where you said discipline and dedication. because that was what Father Ashaba noticed, in fact, that he was willing to invest in you. Then the fact that you were consciously, looking out for what you could do better, and I think that's important. You said something when you said you cannot climb a tree from the top.
No, you start from somewhere.
And I feel like the youth of nowadays, that's like a major for us. Everybody wants to make money. And everybody want to make camp. We shall want to reach this top by hook or by crook. So not a lot of people understand the concept of growth, the concept of taking it one step at a time, right? And I think that's something I want you to speak to. So what motivated you the whole time? Like, how did you know that one step at a time you were going to make it? Like, what were you telling yourself? What was in your consciousness then that, even when everything was rough, what was your mindset that kept you going, that kept you doing these things, opening the POS machine, shop, opening the laundry business and everything? What were the things that motivated you?
Yeah, number one thing is God. You understand? When you have God, and I come to have many understanding about the word of God, that God does not bless emptiness. Yes, I'm going to give you some references. Sorry, I'm going into the Bible.
That's fine.
When Jesus went to the wedding at Cana, the drink finished. So he wanted to help. He had to tell them to fill the jars with water. So he blessed it and turned it to wine. That's you understand? Elijah blessed a woman that came to him. And the woman said, please bless me, man of God. The man now said, what do you have at home? He was having very little oil in the house. He said, go and borrow jars. You understand? He filled it little into and blessed it. And the woman became the first dealer in the Bible. You understand? So those are things that was pushing me forward. And like I said, I was listening to some of these inspirational songs. One of which was, one day at a time, sweet Jesus. That's all I'm asking from you. Lord, give me the strength to do every day what I have. So you did not add the way where you're singing to, sweet Jesus. And tomorrow may never be mine. So help me today, show me the way. One day at a time. So one day at a time, I was moving with discipline, with words of God I have heard from inspired men of God. You understand? Knowing fully well that I would definitely be blessed. So I was so focused, and nothing is distracting me. I don't give room for that. You understand? So I keep praying and I keep working, because the Bible says you should walk and you should pray. Pray, yes. So you have done more than I can't even say you've done justice to the topic, because you have done exceedingly well. And just to wrap this up, I want you to say a few words to especially the youths out there. I wanted this to be the finale because it's they say you end on the highest note, and I feel like this is a topic that is extremely relatable. When I called you, I told you that it was just heavy in my spirit that your story was one that the world needed to hear and young people need to hear. So for somebody out there who has probably had a major setback, like maybe they started something that maybe they are good at and somehow they failed at it, or you that you are doing good before, something happened and now you are back to zero and all of that. For people who are in such situations, what do you have to tell them? How do they get back up? How do they get back to fighting and making a life for themselves? And the first thing is, you just have to believe you can never be in the worst situation in life. No matter the situation, the stage at which you are in life, you are not the least. You are better than countless of people. Some people still want to get to you. I was giving an illustration to someone. If you are having 5 naira in your account and you think that is the end of life, it is not.
Because somebody has 1 naira.
No, people are in debt. So you are still better than them. You understand? Then you have to start from somewhere. Yeah. You understand? If you need to sell pure water, sell it. Leave your pride. It won't, because you're having pride, you will not have any money. No. Drop the pride first.
And do whatever needs to be done.
You understand? Do whatever needs to be done that is legal. You understand? Of all the things I have been spelling out, no one will police come and arrest me. I've never slept in the police station before. Do something that is legal. Commit it into the hand of God and be dedicated. When you are having consistency, that was one of the things that helped me. If you call me, sir, can I get 1 million naira? I'll tell you I have it. Even if at that time, if I'm not having it, because I'm not having people I could call at a time. I want to come and collect 500,000. So there are people that are selling stuff in town that I've liaised with. I just collect money from them. Immediately I run there, they trust me. And trust to the place of being honest. Yeah. You understand? These days I employ people in my businesses. and they want to become me over the night. You understand? Which does not happen to me. It's a process. The moment you have it in mind that it is a process, that it is one step at a time, you'll be climbing it. While you are climbing up, you are going to sometimes fall in debt. Don't mind, keep pushing. Yes, sometimes you miss it. Don't mind, keep pushing. But one day at a time, you will get there. You will get there. And,
thank you.
And even at your journey, there are people that will come your way. Some people might come here. Don't miss those opportunities. Yeah. Like I said, when Father Shaba came, you understand? Father Shaba came after so many things I've learned from my mother. You understand? Which were the things I was doing that made him see that, oh, this one is dedicated. And thereabout, God brought the person who God used so that I could get the job in Unimed. And that is Dr. Mrs. Evelyn Osho. Yeah, she said, how will you be working for somewhere 3 years without being paid? So she put it upon herself and said, oh, you must be employed.
So it was one of those situations where you were already prepared for the opportunity. You know, you had already put yourself in a place, and your preparation was because you were disciplined, you were humble,
and not everything is
dedicated.
About money. Imagine when I had the opportunity to be training those boys, and I said I wanted to be calling me money.
You wouldn't have gotten this opportunity.
So where I am today, I wouldn't have gotten there.
Yes,
all
sir.
to the glory of God.
Honestly, I want to thank you for being honest with your story, number one. Number two, it's a very pregnant story. You have pointed to a lot of things, and I can't but admit that, you know, this had to be God, you know.
Yes,
that prompted, it can only be God that prompted this, my calling you and all of that, because I feel like there's somebody out there who needed to hear this, and even if it's just one person, I am more than fulfilled. Anyways, thank you so much for this episode.
You're welcome.
It's our finale, and we're glad for a great season. We're excited, we're thankful to God. I'm thankful to my team. Thank you so much. You guys are the absolute best. You people will not shout and scream and say, hey. My team people are the most ridiculous people. I'm grateful for all the people that God has blessed me with. Thank you guys for being a part of the season 1 of Breathe. There's so many more coming. You know, it's the beginning of many great things to come. Our second show, which is Finding the One, is going to be starting soon. So you guys should look out for that one. That one is all love, love, love. You know, people I like love matter. So we're coming for that. But thank you so much for being a part of our season 1. Thank you, Sal, once again for coming through, for honoring our invitation. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this as much as we enjoyed filming. We hope to see you next week. Whatever it is, we're bringing for you guys next week. But as always, it's gonna be bam. So you guys take care of yourself. I think for once in this season, let me give our official intro. So, like I always say, stay safe, take life easy. Life na jeje. No let our jam say go fit day here next week. I don't want to be here alone. And until next week, I love you guys plenty. Mwah.